Blocks are the units of information in Rome research. I told you that pages are where that information lives. That information lives within blocks on those pages. There are some, I mean, a page doesn't have to have the content directly on it, like we talked about, but even still, the information in the linked references is coming from blocks from other pages, if that is the case. So in order to create a block, well, effectively, the bullet point is a block. There are ways to style these so they don't have bullets. There you can style them without any bullets at all, or you can do it with numbered lists. But in this case, we will just assume that a bullet is a block. So when I want to create a new block, the easiest way to do that is to hit enter from an existing block. So here I am. You can see my cursor blinking in that blank block there under new page 3. If I hit enter, it creates a new block. If I want to indent that block under a previous block, all I have to do is hit tab. And once I hit tab, it indents. If I want to unindent, I can hit shift tab, and that makes that work. If I want to move a block around, moving this block, I can use either the mouse to drag and drop it. So I can hit it here and drag and drop. And you can sort of do that on an iPad with a touch screen with your finger, but it's a little persnickety as you do that. You can also use keyboard shortcuts. On Windows, it's Shift-Alt, up and down. And on the Mac, it's Shift-Command, up and down. So Shift-Alt, I'm on the Windows right now, up and down. That's up. That moving, you can see it moving up at that top level, whatever level it's at. And then moving down with Shift-Alt down or Shift-Command down. I just said in passing whatever level it's at, meaning if I am indented, I just hit Tab to indent that, and I hit Shift-Alt up and down, it's going to move it to being indented at that same level, whatever's available up and down. Which brings up an important point about moving these blocks around. If there's some relationship reason, like something's indented an extra level, and there's no place up or down for it to go to. For instance, we'll go one more level in here, and we'll move this one in a level. Hitting Shift-Alt-Up isn't going to do anything, because it has nowhere to go at that level. So if I were to do that, I'm just trying to fix that, and I've made it worse. If I try to move it up, there's nowhere for it to go, because there's no 3 deep level, I guess, top and then 2 deep, for it to go to. So the relationship is parent-child with this block. We'll talk about indentation in more detail in a later video. But it won't move up and down. So sometimes you'll encounter that and you'll think, well, there's something buggy here. It's not buggy. It's related to the fact that there is a specific relationship set up by that indentation, and you can't just break that relationship by moving that block to a place where there's nothing at the same level as it. So the reason blocks are interesting is that within Rome research, they can be individually referenced. Let me explain slightly what I mean by that. We're going to talk about it in more detail in a later video, but just so you get the idea. I mentioned in the last video with page references, if you put them in double brackets or hashtags or double colons, you can create page references. With blocks, you don't do it like that, but you can take this block. I can right-click it here, and you'll see Copy Block Ref. I can take the content that's in this block and reference it anywhere else in my Rome graph. So I could do it on my another page. I could do it somewhere on this page. I could do it any place and at any level of indentation, any hierarchy. And then I can also make that new referenced block parent or child or whatever of new material. What that means is that you can create webs of relationships between the atomic ideas, those simple one-block ideas, which honestly, at this point, if you're just coming into Rome, that won't really seem to make much sense. But I can tell you that I've used the block references in my task management system, in my knowledge management system, in ways that are incredibly useful, and that kind of make it's something that you can't really do in any other software. So at least not at the level that you can do it in Rome. So block references allow you to keep that material in one place, but then reference it in other places, so that it makes it you can create webs of relationships that you wouldn't otherwise necessarily be able to do. So to just a quick rehash of that, blocks are the individual units of information in Rome. They live on pages. And with those, they can be created by hitting enter from a previous block. You can indent with tab or unindent with shift tab. You can move them around with the mouse or with shift alt or shift command up and down arrows. That will not work if in certain relationships. So you have to make sure there's somewhere for that block to go to at the same indentation level. And then blocks can be individually referenced. So you can web things together at the level of individual blocks, and you can put information in places where it's referring back to a block on a completely different page, which is nice for certain kinds of data structures and things like that. It makes it so that the information stays persistent. You can't accidentally change it on one page if it's referred to from another place. So that is the basic idea of blocks in Roam Research. If this video helped you, click subscribe. And check out my Roam courses as well. I have the Roaman Way, which is a free course to help you learn the fundamentals of Roam Research. I have AP Productivity, which is my flagship Roam course. It is an 8-week live cohort course to help you get important work done in Roam Research. I have Powerful Task Management in Roam Research, which helps you build a GTD-style setup for task management in Roam. And I have Your Road to Roam, which I'm actually updating in November or December of 2021. And it is a deeper dive than the free course, The Roaman Way. It has live masterclasses, Q&A sessions, additional instruction about Roam extensions, especially smart blocks and Roam 42, which you can get from roamjs.com. And there's a community forum for discussion of new Roam features or help with your workflows. Roam Research is an amazing tool, and I want to help you make the most of it in your life and work.